now invisible. They've never done a Jedward collab, but we're here now for the culture of Ireland.
I just wanna feel real love in the studio I live in.
Studios.
Come da-da-dum, she's got a lipstick on, hit and run. Then I'm gonna check my color, don't check my color, oh, oh, oh. Check my color,
The panel. Celine.
Yeah.
Song 1, track 1, happy crowd, stomping their feet like kids at the assembly.
Yeah. And I'm buzzing as well. I think it was brilliant.
It was a good start. Tell me your thoughts, please.
I think the production value is brilliant. I think she's great. And Layla said in her postcard that she wanted to make her dad proud. I can say that she has made Ireland proud. That was a brilliant performance.
You know how to play a stadium. Does that sound like stadium-worthy music?
I think she's great. I think she's great. I really do. I think maybe she was a little bit nervous at the end, you know, and we have to remember, like, this Eurovision is a huge, huge stage for any performer. And I think she got out here tonight and knowing that she has to perform not only to our lovely Late Late Show audience, but to the bigger audience that may come in the semi-final and the final. I think she did a great job, and didn't she do us proud?
She did. John, Edward, Jedward.
Yeah, I feel with this song, I feel this song has lots of potential. It takes you on an adventure, and from start to finish, it's a very well-written song. And her herself is got a great look, and I feel like this could only grow from here. Like, obviously, we're in here in the studio, but if it went all the way, I think it would capture, you know, the crowd. I feel there was kind of a confidence issue. I feel like when it gets to the Eurovision stage, it's very daunting, and we're in the studio right now, and I think she just needs to have more confidence in herself. Yeah. Because the song is a big song. I just want to see more passion in her eyes and expression. Obviously, it was the first song of the night, so everyone's revved up. Okay. But so off to a great start tonight. I feel
you guys did well for Ireland when you got to the Eurovision, and no, but you did.
Made a big impact.
You did, no, but you did, and
because the face of Eurovision's always changing. It's always changing.
It's not about us. It's all good. But we're so happy that there's other contestants here tonight to represent.
The reason I mention that is because clearly you have the experience more so than any of our guests.
Yeah, I just know how you feel when you're backstage. You know a whole country's riding on you.
That's what I'm asking.
I want Ireland to qualify for the finals again. They haven't qualified since we did it. So,
okay, Gemma.
I mean, what a start to this show. There was lots of energy there. There were nerves there too, but it's definitely understandable. And I totally understand what you're saying. When you are getting onto that big stage, there's loads of people that you have to perform in front of. Yeah. But for me, it's so great to see Layla Jane because we actually went to college together.
Did you?
We did. So we studied at BIM, and it's so nice to see her kind of grow into this artist and just show her versatility as an artist as well.
Good, well said. Ruth Ann Cunningham, I mean, everyone's mentioned the nerves. Can they be ironed out?
Yeah, this is like the warm-up. You take this as I mean, I know it's a big night because it's using the song, but in the grand scheme of things, then it's going to be to a larger audience, TV-wise, and on the night in the arena. But I think she did a great job. I think the hook is really good. I can sing it now. It's very memorable. That's always something we have to think about when we go to Eurovision because we need a song to stand out. I thought she gave me Sia vibes. She was giving me Sia vibes, which I liked, which is different than we've had before. I thought it was really strong. I loved the dancers were amazing. It had good stage value.
What are you looking for tonight? You know what your Grammy nominee and everything is. What are you looking for tonight?
I'm looking for, like Jedward said, we need to get Ireland out of this semi-final mess that we've been in.
How are we going to do it?
Okay?
How are we going to do it?
Now, we got to do, we need strong song, first of all. Strong song and strong performance. They both have to be strong. We need to go with a world-class performance of a world-class song. And that's it, and then we're through.
But I think it's about the eyes. You need to have belief. So the more contestants coming on, have passion in your eyes, because if you're not believing in yourself, then how can people at home believe in your song?
Sounds good. Okay, this is great. I like the sass, so let's keep that going on. Let's keep it going now with our second song of the night, Too Good for Love. The act's real name is Andrew Carr, but tonight he's better known as Aji, ladies and gentlemen. It's interesting, I think, with our studio panel, I see 5 people, but I think the audience are the 6th member of our panel tonight by their response. They're pretty good. So this is great. Ruth Ann, let me begin with you. Immediately, your thoughts.
I loved the use of the Ira of Gaeilge in this. I don't think we've ever had a song with the use of Gaeilge like that, and I think that was really, really clever. I wish it kind of came in earlier, actually, the use of Gaeilge. I think it was really cool, different. I loved how he was dancing, and I do think that song is good because it has that dance pop vibe, which is really commercial at the moment, very radio friendly. I could see it work in the arena. as far as the crowds go. I think work on the vocals a little bit more in the verses just because they're lower and you need to carry them all the way across, but that's just a tiny note that can be worked on. Song-wise, I think the hook is good. There's a lot there to work with.
Okay, so there's a lot of positives there. Gemma, you play a lot of, new music on your show in a given week. Would this be a song that would make the cut, do you think?
Absolutely. I think we have a bit of a banger there. I'm not going to lie.
Okay.
I really do. I just love the performance of it. I think production value-wise, we can go even bigger with that. I can imagine in stadiums, and I wanted to get up and dance. It was really hard to stay in the seat while they were doing that. But like I said, full of hooks. Love the Irish in there as well. It really represents, what we're going for as well.
Okay.
But definitely a crowd pleaser.
Celine, classical background, but you love your country music.
I love all kinds of music.
So where does this kind of stand for you? And
I love it.
You like that?
I love it. I was dancing along, and I love the "Too Good for Your Love." I think my children are going to be so embarrassed that I did that. I think it's brilliant, and I think it's catchy, and that's what we need. And the only thing I'd be worried about was, like, the production value was brilliant, the Gaeilge was brilliant. I'd just be worried about when it gets into the higher tessitura, that when it's a little bit high for him, I feel that he struggles a bit.
Okay.
And to be honest, when you're on that big stage,
you need to be there.
You need to be 100%, because if you falter just a little bit, that could be
problematic.
Yeah.
John and Edward, yes, a win or lose.
Obviously, it's a dance party banger, but I've seen in recent years in the Eurovision, some of these songs are so catchy and so might not qualify or even chart high. The face of Eurovision's changed, like an emotional connection. But overall, it is a great song. But that midpoint in the second verse, he needs to believe in himself all the way to the pre-chorus and all the way to the end. Absolutely smash it all the way home.
I'll come back to you, all of you. Sorry.
You know what I mean? Like, let's go for it.
The next song. No, I hear what you're saying. It's great. Now, some of you may be familiar with our next act, with the song close to the frontman John Lydon's heart. It's Public Image Limited. With our third song tonight, it's called Hawaii. So let's go straight to the panel. And Celine, I'm going to start with you, Celine. It's an emotional song, not it?
It is, and it touched my heart, because it is about his wife with Alzheimer's, and I think if people know the backstory and they get to see that postcard at the Eurovision, they'll be very touched by it.
Yeah.
I have nothing but respect for him as a musician, because, as everybody knows, he is a very famous, well-known musician, so I have nothing but respect for the man. I don't know if this is a song for the Eurovision, because I don't think it kind of goes anywhere, but I think obviously all these songs are going to be produced in studio and it'll have great airplay, and I'm sure it'll be a big hit for him.
Yeah.
I just don't know if it's a Eurovision song.
If it's a fit for this, Jedward.
Absolute respect
John
for the
and
man.
Edward. No, I
the
appreciate
song
it.
comes from a place of love, acceptance, and calmness. And like Eurovision recently, obviously rock songs are kicking off, but a delicate song like this might stand out if it did go to Eurovision. And like, it is heartbreaking what's happening, with his wife, and he deserves a medal for being married for 45 years. Come on now. But no, it's an emotional side to him, because obviously he came from a pop-punk band, Sex Pistols, and he's fully coming at everyone. And I feel like in Eurovision, the history of where the song came from, it does make an impact as well.
Yeah, but I'm not so sure if it's a song for the Eurovision. Like, obviously, if it was another competition or just a solo single by himself, we'd all go, yeah, that's happening. But I just don't know. Maybe, I don't think it's the one for...
It's a tricky one, Ruth Ann, because there's no doubting the sincerity of the message.
And it must have been very, let's all remember, it must have been very emotional for him to sing. And I know sometimes when you're singing an emotional song, it can almost choke you up, There was times in the vocal where I was like, it's probably very emotional for him. It's a love letter to his wife,
That's right.
And anyone out there who's had anyone with Alzheimer's, it's heartbreaking. But I tend to agree with the boys and Celine. I don't know if it's the Eurovision song.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's going to be enough to get us through. But having said that, that doesn't mean it's not a good song. It just might not be the right one.
That's it, Jamie. This song could connect for all those emotional reasons, maybe. Who knows? I mean, I don't know. What are your thoughts, please?
I think so. I feel like the emotional impact that has in an audience it's really important to be speaking about these things. It's real life things that are happening. And I really want to commend him on that performance, because it must have been so tough having to get up and do that. But again, it means so much to him. I don't know if this is a song for Eurovision. I don't know if it's representing Ireland right here, right now.
But you're all saying respect.
100%.
to him.
The decision is ultimately everybody else's.
And none of the panel have a vote tonight, just so you know. And we're officially, though, meanwhile, halfway there now. 3 songs in, 3 more to come. With Gemma on Connolly, please.
I mean, that was just so euphoric to watch. The way it started, the theatrics, the audio-visual element as well. I was captivated, and I thought that performance was incredible. That song has been stuck in my head. I can't help but sing it. I was really, really impressed by this.
That's a yes from you then, I think. Ruth Ann, you're nodding away.
I love it. I'm really proud to be Irish right now because it's just so great to see. She was 17 when she wrote that.
Yeah, 19 now.
Yeah, during the pandemic. Like, I'm seeing Billie Eilish, Lana Del Rey, Lord vibes, and to see an artist like that coming out from Ireland just makes me really proud. That's someone that could go global.
And they're all watching Kate Bush now.
Exactly.
And there's shades of that
exactly.
there. Yeah,
but also, like Gemma said, the midnight summer. I mean, that's what we need. We need something that all the juries at home are going, like, oh yeah, the Irish one, you know. So yeah.
John, Edward, you were singing a song already here.
Yeah, I feel like it's such a delicate song and it puts you in this dreamy headspace, and it's got strong Enya vibes, which is Irish identity we need. We need Irish identity.
It was literally like going on a trip, but like started off like she's kind of innocent, she's kind of shy, and then she's like breaking down those notes.
And that mid part in the song gave me goosebumps. I was here going, is it my skinny jeans? I'm still a little, what's going on?
I just think it's modern.
She did great. She honestly did great. It really took you on a journey.
Okay, lovely. Celine.
I think it was brilliant. I think it was a solid performance. I think the audience loved her. She's absolutely brilliant. Her vocals were on pitch. She just performed it very, very, very well. She started off and then moved gently towards the end. And we had this vibe, which is kind of like an Irish eclectic sound, where you had that kind of sean-nós sound at the end. And I think that is identifiably Irish.
Yeah.
And I think she did a great job. I think a solid performance. Wonderful. All the songs tonight are great. Pop tunes, and I just think that is really, really
Okay, very positive vibes there.
Good.
I need to keep going. No, sorry, go on, please.
It was like euphoria, like everything's pop, let's go. And then she's on stage, it's like, she takes you in.
Yeah.
Yeah, it draws you in.
It's funny.
No matter what happens tonight as well, no matter what happens tonight, she should keep going because she has a career.
Yeah.
She will.
You know what I mean? It's not.
They should all keep going. But
Well, they
I know
all should keep going. Absolutely,
I take your point. No, but I know what you mean.
You know what I mean.
There's a chart hit there, no doubt about it. Okay, we're ready now for our fifth song of the night. It's flying by, isn't it? It's our fifth song already. This is We Are One. It's Wild Youth, everybody. Ruth Ann, let's begin with you.
Great hook, great title. I feel like we could sing it down at a pub. I feel like it's rooted in Ireland. It's rooted in everything we're about. When have we sent a band like that before? You know, like, I mean, for me, it ticked a lot of boxes. A lot of boxes.
Celine Byrne.
I think it's brilliant. I think definitely it's one for the Eurovision. Amazing. Every element of it was brilliant. All the lads and the backing singers, two girls, everything was brilliant. Great anthem. All-inclusive. The lyrics are fabulous, and that's what we're all about with the Eurovision, being all-inclusive. We are one, and I just think it's brilliant. I love it!
Yeah. All right. Jedward.
Yeah, I just feel like there's so much divide in the world right now, and we're going through a war and all
The way
crazy
the world
stuff.
is at the moment, we need unity. We need to bring people together, and that was all about acceptance. And that, like, just in the times we're in, I feel that song would pack a punch.
Jedward for president.
Yeah, not bad. You get two for the price of one as well.
But
Great.
honestly, Wild Youth are seasoned performers. They've been around for many years. We know they have radio hits in Ireland, and obviously there's going to be a next step for them in their career.
Yeah, it's great to see Conor up there singing lead vocals in the band. I think they delivered. It had strong U2 and Coldplay vibes.
All there. Gemma.
And Harry Styles.
And Harry Styles.
in the sequence.
I was just going to say that was definitely channeling Harry Styles with the outfit. I'm here for it. Love a power jumpsuits. But real confident performance there, real anthemic. There was that togetherness. You know, I was ready to get up and sing with them, you know. And I think they would do really well representing Ireland at Eurovision.
Ruth Ann, just you played with the lads or
I supported them like about 4 years ago on about 2 shows.
So you know how professional they are on the big stage.
Yeah, they're fab, and like the boys said, they've been at this for a while. They're seasoned performers. They'd be cool under the pressure, I think, and there would be a lot of pressure.
There's experience there, you can see it.
Yeah.
And they look great.
And they look great.
Yeah.
Will it stand out, Gemma?
That's my only concern is I have heard songs like this before, not to go pure Simon Cowell here, but I have. But at the same time, I still think it embodies what we're about, and that togetherness really pushes through in this.
Positive vibes. Okay, final song of the night, everybody. It's open in just a moment, so please stand by. John and Edward, your thoughts, please.
Like, they're just so likable. Like, you just feel that energy.
They're
And you know
straight in the groove. I feel like they're spitting some solid bars there. It's great the girls singing up there. It gets you in your vibes, and it's great to represent Longford.
And like, it's always raining in Ireland, so we're all kind of like down in the rain.
And it's encouraging. I feel like the youth could relate to the lyrics.
I think out of all the songs tonight, that has TikTok viral
it's great
potential.
to see that genre here in Eurosong. It's great that RT like got them in here and you know changed the face of Eurosong just there.
Do you know what I'm going to do, lads? I'll leave you to it.
come on, Ryan.
No, I think, but you're so right, because what it says he's a granddad, but what you're saying is, it makes sense, Ruth Ann, what the lads are saying, it's TikTok, you can hear it on TikTok.
It's TikTok.
It reflects the unfortunate
Production
media.
might be a bit chill, but it's still, everyone likes
But
chilling.
that's so big right now.
Yeah,
That kind of,
chilling.
like, I'm in my seat,
Netflix
like,
and chill.
and I love that we're that this Irish hip hop culture is huge. Afro swing is huge here. It's great that it's getting the platform that it deserves. I want to go to their show. Like, I literally am obsessed with them, and it's so what is it's trend on right now. Is that trending? And it would be something very different for us, very fresh, very unique from Ireland to like that type of entry. You know, that type of song.
Jamie, you're nodding.
I am nodded.
Tell me
It's
why.
hard not to. I definitely agree with all the comments you guys have said, because it is super popular right now. It's so great to see this being represented here as well, because like you said, the Irish hip hop scene, that rap scene, kind of Afro swing, it is so huge at the moment, and you know, you can't not really bop to that. It was such a joy to watch them, and I wanted to get up with them as well.
Will Eurovision open their arms to the lads?
I think they will. I was loving it. I think it's brilliant.
fine.
I think it's great. Like, we have this
I
Irish
think I'd
rap.
even like to see that girl
The
step
Irish
forward
rap-
do massive
Huh?
ad-libs.
What?
Like, that girl, the backing singer girls come forward and deliver these massive notes.
You should
I would agree.
choreograph.
Actually, I would love
Take
to
it up
see
another
more of their
level.
lovely
Yeah.
So
songs.
take it up a
Sorry for
level.
disturbing you,
No,
Celine.
you're
Go back to
grand,
you,
you're
Celine. Go on.
grand. It's all right.
Celine,
chill.
you were saying.
My kids are going to kill me again. I think it's great because it's Irish rap, and then we move into this kind of pop chorus, which is brilliant. And we never had this in the Eurovision, and I think that's what we need. Like,
Wasn't it
we
nice
are
to
a new Ireland,
Yes.
and you know, we might as well represent what we are, and this is what we are. Like, that was great. And what I loved about it is, it was really polished. Like, there was no flaw there.
Yeah.
It was a really good performance. And we have to remember that when you're on the Eurovision stage, you're in front of millions of people, and you have to, they are, of course,
go for it.
conscious of that, and they're very aware of that, and they can be very nervous, but they were just really brilliant. And it has to be a live performance, and that was a solid live performance.
Something nice about seeing performers enjoying themselves. Yeah, really enjoying it. Okay.
You see Edward, please send him back over here. Without Edward, it's just Jay.
Before all of that, let's get our final thoughts from the serene, polite, and uncrude panel. Ruth Ann, the votes are in.
Yeah.
It's very close. So, what do you think of where it all stands at this point?
I mean, I think there's great songs in there, really diverse as well. It's like, it's not any samey. I think the reason why it's close is because there's so much diversity there in the songs. There's none of them are alike. I mean, I don't know. It's so hard to choose. I don't know. I think Wild Youth or Connolly for me.
Okay, John and Edward, let's have a look at you.
Yeah, I think all the acts brought tonight, they're all obviously all individuals and slaying it.
I feel they're all my babies. I want them all to achieve. Like, honestly, I want to see them get on in life. But yeah, you can always come back next year if it doesn't work out tonight
Yeah,
for
I
you.
think Down in the Rain or Wild Youth.
Okay. Gemma Bradley, your favourites tonight, please.
Ooh, it's a tough one. The quality has been up at the top, you know. It really has.
Yeah.
I think for me, it's going to be between Connolly, Down in the Rain, and Wild Youth are up there as well.
Okay. And Celine,
I think they're all great songs. I think they're all brilliant. I think they'll all have great radio plays. I think it's a great platform for everybody. But I think for me, it has to be Wild Youth and Connolly.
and
Connolly.
so what I'm going to do is
Like
I'm going
Jane Wild.
to do something really mean now. I'm going to ask you to name one act that you think will win tonight, and no, you can't vacillate. So you have it ready. I'm going to say your name, and John and Edward, go.
Connolly, Wild Youth.
Okay.
Wild Youth.
Wild Youth. Gemma.
Connolly.
Thank you. No, they didn't play. They just represent the Ireland 2020. Whole new act.
Connolly.
Connolly for you. Okay. Will we just cause chaos here and ask you what you think? Bit of Leila Jane, a lot of Connolly, bit of Adji, Hill. Okay. Stop. I don't like this game anymore.
Jane. Stop.
Let's check in now with Marty.